graph y equals 3 sine x for x in the interval negative 2 pi to 2 pi and determine the range. Okay, so if I'm doing that, remember you're going to use a t-table. So I've got x, and then I've got y equals 3 sine x. So now I need to find my values for x. Now it says it's on the interval from negative 2 pi to 2 pi. And if you want to graph every single one of those points in there, go ahead and be my guest. However, what I want to do is, for the video especially, I want there to be less time. So when I do that, I'm going to do the standard values that I always share that you should do with each one of your sine functions. And that is 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. Now, remember, once you have these values and you know what the sine wave is going to look like, then you're going to be able to draw the other side of the y-axis for the sine wave as well. So it's not the end of the world if you don't do all the values that you find. So I know the sine of 0 is 0, the sine of pi is 0, and the sine of pi or 2 pi is 0. So those are easy. Now I know that pi over 2, the sine of that is 1, and 1 times 3 is 3. This one is negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Well, I notice that my only values are 0, 3, 0, negative 3, 0. So I know the range right away, right? The range is going to go from minus 3 to 3. So that's the easy part out of the way. And you can almost always find the range based on your table of values if you have done a table of values. Now, how would that look on an actual graph? Well, there's your key points. We've got 0, and then I've got pi is also 0, and then I've got 2 pi is 0. Well, that means if you're going the other way, then your negative pi is going to be 0, and your negative 2 pi is also going to be 0. So see, that's one of the reasons I didn't do it. I know exactly where they're going to be. Now the key is, how's that going to look? Well, remember it goes up and comes down. I missed it. Goes up and down and up. Now remember, don't keep going because it stops for 2 pi. So I kind of didn't hit 2 of them. Make sure that when you do it for your teacher and if you're in my class, make sure you're hitting those dots